I had a whole theme song prepared.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just
Better
made
than
it up.
Jesse's boobs?
I think so. I made it up a couple minutes ago when I was in the bathroom real quick.
Oh, wow. Hey, some of the best ideas in the world come from the bathroom.
Right? Let me just try a little bit for you. This is The Walking Dead. It's to be heard and not read. And listen closely, yo. And hit the subscribe button.
I like it.
That's all I got. It doesn't have to rhyme all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no flux capacitor, but that's a good bathroom
It's no
idea.
flux capacitor whatsoever.
I mean, that's a good
wish
one
I had
to
a
come up
flux.
with while you're just sitting on the toilet doing your business, you know?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I mean, I was standing up.
Wait a minute.
so
I was
yeah,
gonna say.
it wasn't a lot of business.
If
It was
You're a
just-
fast thinker.
Thank you. It wasn't a board meeting so much as just a quick hallway gathering, I
okay.
guess. I don't know.
Gotcha.
How do you put that into a
I was going to
business?
say, if that was a number 2 in there, that was an impressively quick number
Thank you.
2.
It was going to be a
You
number
would
7.
survive the zombie
but,
apocalypse. You would never
Yeah.
need to slow down for number 2. Just as you're running,
That's
just
true. I love you guys so much. I'm so glad.
When are you more vulnerable than when you're having a squat?
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Very true.
Yep.
Welcome to the Podcasting Dead. This is the Valentine's Day edition where we are dedicating the majority of this podcast to females. However, I'm sure we'll reference a guy at some point because the show starts back this coming weekend. So there's things we've read and heard, but we are mostly talking about the females of The Walking Dead.
And there's no better way to start a romantic lady show by talking about number 2 and using the bathroom. So I'm glad we started off on a high note.
Well, it shows you're comfortable in the relationship.
Right?
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like, I'm sure Glenn sat behind a tree. Well, sat
happens.
there with his arms crossed while Maggie went behind a tree.
Yeah, it happens. Everybody does it.
Relieve herself.
Somebody's got to
does
watch
it.
your back in that scenario.
And you know what? That's a good man to watch a woman's back when she's got to do her business.
That's got
a
to
good
be
man.
like couples now think they're tight because it's like, oh, I peed while you were in the shower. It's like,
No, let her drop a deuce.
This guy
Yeah.
stood guard with a assault rifle waiting for you to drop a deuce. And there's no background noise, so you're there. You're part of the
So
experience.
we care. That's all it is.
You know?
We care.
So-
You think they had any conversation while that was going on?
Oh,
what are
they
you talking
did.
about?
They did.
She was probably okay with it. I imagine Glenn's probably the guy that's like, at first in the relationship, he's probably, I don't want
like kind of awkward.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, honey, yeah.
But when she's doing that,
dear, my
do you
cell
actually
phone.
talk about the bowel movement, or do you talk about something else to distract from the situation?
There you
You
go.
probably
that's
talk
it.
about something else. Like I'm sure they're like, do you think Rick's going to go crazy again anytime soon? Or they'll probably gossip about the group.
Just whistling.
I would be
and
like, so how'd that gopher turn out? Is it digesting well?
Right,
Yeah.
that's a concern. I mean, how's
I know it wreaked
digestion?
havoc on my butthole.
Some people,
Lord
some
have
people
mercy.
react differently.
Yeah.
to gopher.
Gopher's a finicky animal.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very gamey.
Snake. They eat a lot of snake there.
Yeah,
I don't know how
yeah.
that would.
And that one girl
digest.
loves turtles. Enid.
Yes, she does.
She loves her
Enid.
turtles.
The first female of the day. So who? All right, of the females.
Yeah, let's
which
start with Enid.
Are you? Oh yeah, okay.
I just want to start with Enid real quick because I
None
I
of
like
us-
where you're going.
you
You
weren't really
can't get
fond of her,
frisky with
were you?
Enid, though. She's too young.
Exactly.
Man. She's too young for
I want to
you.
get all the ones that I don't like out of the way first.
Right.
So if we can just talk about
Oh, well,
Enid and the lesbian nurse. Right.
all right.
So those two, if we get them out of the way, everybody else I'm cool with.
Right.
And even in spite of everything else, for the sake of Valentine's Day, I'm going to extend a heartfelt warmth of love and appreciation for the nurse for in the face of adversity and not knowing what she's doing, and during the zombie apocalypse, she's still trying to be a nurse. But damn it, she's a terrible actor, and I just can't forgive her for that.
Yeah.
But I love her for trying to be a good doctor.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
say that.
Very beautifully said. Very
wanna say that to her.
beautifully said. Hopefully one day she'll listen. If
I
she's
hope
listening
she
one day, I
does.
think we're doing pretty good.
I might be
So a
little
better
embarrassed.
actress would totally change your opinion on this character.
Absolutely.
It's not the character you hate.
It's not the
it's
character.
poor
I feel if it was in
execution.
different hands, it would be exactly. Well
Okay.
said. Thank you.
That's the
Thank you,
way.
JJ.
I won't get too off track here, but that's a lot. That's the way it was for the wife in The Shining. Stephen
Shelley-
King and a lot
Shelley
of people
Long.
really did not like her and felt that
Yeah.
the wife in The Shining was just very annoying. Had any other woman played it, it could have been a completely different.
Interesting.
And it wasn't one of those like King Joffrey in the Game of Thrones where he plays it so well he makes you hate him. It's not that he's a bad actor; he just plays a bad guy so well you hate him.
Yeah, there's
She
stories
just,
of her freaking out on set because Jack Nicholson's such an amazing actor.
Because he just gets in the character and he goes.
She's a very homely, frail-looking kind of woman.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Stephen
She's easily
King was not
scared.
fond of her, if I remember correctly. They said Stephen King was just like, what the hell are you doing?
He
To
strikes
Stanley
me as a
Kubrick,
guy
however you say his
who's,
name.
Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick,
Sounds
for
right.
casting her. He's like, what the hell? Stephen King's not a fan of most of the movie adaptations of his books anyways.
He directed one of them. Was that Maximum Overdrive? The one, Emilio Estevez. The
Oh,
truck
yeah,
He
yeah.
directed that one, so he
That's
was
cool.
really
I didn't know
coked up
that.
during all of that, but he really liked it. So that's probably why he liked it.
So in The Walking Dead, all right, we're getting back to the females. Which female are, all right, because you got to remember, we've left them all in a lot of different scenarios. Michonne, which of course, if you listen, you know Michonne's one of my favorite female characters. Not just The Walking Dead, just of all time. I love her. She's walking into a horde of zombies, like right now. Maggie is on a scaffold, which looks kind of rickety, and got an entire crowd of zombies around her. Carol, for all we know, has gotten her head busted wide open and could be dead now.
Yeah.
Could be.
We don't know. I doubt it, but I'm just saying she
That's
could.
why her and Morgan are
Morgan
passed
like rock
out on
bottomed
the.
her ass. You know,
She's unconscious on the cement right now, right?
possibly with a fractured skull, a broken neck.
Oh, no.
She could have herself a concussion.
Yeah, didn't you say Andrew Lincoln said that we're going to lose?
We're going to lose quite a few
Some
people.
people
Yeah,
coming
Andrew
up.
Lincoln said
Gosh.
coming up into
and
this.
we're talking about real characters.
I know.
here?
Yeah, they said that this is gonna the Negan arrival and then like everything is gonna completely change the landscape of The Walking Dead. Like it's not going to be the same show afterwards.
Oh,
I'm pretty
geez.
sure they're gonna get a lot more brutal. I mean, they're gonna have to because
yeah.
that's what Negan is sophisticated brutality. He's brutal, but he's a gentleman about how brutal
Yeah.
he is.
That'll be good, and that'll rest some people easy that they'll be faithful to the comic book.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
character.
because that's what I expected to happen when the governor drove that tank up to the prison. I expected a lot more people to die during that, so I think we're really owed one.
I had written
Owed a
down on a piece
bloodbath.
of paper for my mom just because I read the comics. So she's like, "You read the comics. Who do you think is going to die?" So I had written down based off of the comics, like who I thought that they would actually kill. Like I wrote down Herschel, but I thought they were going to substitute Beth out for Billy because Billy died in the prison raid.
Yeah.
I thought Beth was going to go instead of Billy, and I had like this whole little list. And other than Herschel, none of them died. So they really should bring this thing right back into it and just like out the gate start offing characters.
Yeah, I hope Jesse's sons die.
Very quickly.
I think
Well, not
Carl's
quickly.
gonna die.
We just hope they get grabbed quickly,
Right.
and then they,
just ripped to pieces.
Right. Yeah.
The younger one, they can make it quick for him, but the older one, which
Is it
I forget
bad that
Sam
I'm
and-
thinking like if I was Rick when that kid's like, "Mom," I would just kind of take my foot and push him into the zombie
Yeah, I can imagine
crowd,
her hand is like squeezing, like a kid trying to get away in Kmart, trying to like go into the clothing racks and hide. I'm not drawing from my own childhood or
Yeah.
anything like that, but I can just imagine the mom squeezing their hand really tight.
Well, and speaking of female characters, Jessie has come quite a long way.
Oh, Jessie.
She's got she's had the Rick effect. She's went from abused, kind of timid housewife. She seemed kind of strong though. I think in the beginning, the way they wrote her, she had an abusive husband, but she wasn't weak. I think she was just reserved. Like
Right.
she just knew it's better just to let it go, not fight it, whatever. I don't think she was like Carol weak. I just think she didn't really.
Maybe they're making room for more growth for her. I don't know. But
Right.
speaking, and we said Jesse boobs earlier because I still want to see Jesse's boobs. But
Who doesn't?
I want to bring up something real quick because in the spirit of Valentine's Day, on our the most recent episode last week, we had a commentator get your ass to Mars. Okay, so if you're listening, it's just you and me for a second. Okay, listen.
Me and
Listen,
Justin
I
will
know
step
we-
outside.
Thanks,
Right,
guys.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we'll
Thank
just
you.
step
Okay,
out.
get your ass to Mars. Listen, and I'm assuming we deduced it. We think it's a female because men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So we imagine she's saying, "Get your ass back to Mars." Like,
When
get
I
to
when I
Mars.
read that comment, it was Rosie O'Donnell's voice in my head. I think that might be who this is.
Ooh, I
think it
don't
might
want
be
to imagine that
Rosie.
voice.
I think it
I
might
don't want to.
be.
I want to see because I can respect your convictions because here's what the comment says. FYI, AMC is basic cable with at least 4 exclamation points. That's how
That's
I
pretty
know it's
serious.
serious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're never going to see anyone's boobs. And I also want to say great punctuation. She's using apostrophes and commas when she's supposed to be, and I'm really appreciating that. Like she said, your YOU apostrophe RE. Thank you for that. I'm trying to dissect this a little
YouTube
bit.
is
Right.
a
Oh,
wasteland
you-
for grammar.
Mhm, so
I
thank
respect
you.
that as well.
Never going to see anyone's boobs, no matter what kind of songs you sing. That makes me sad because I've worked, I didn't work that hard on that song. I don't know who sings.
Don't feel
Jesse's
bad.
Girls.
I've heard from several sources that Jesse's boobs was a very popular.
It was
Thank
stuck
you.
in my head all week.
I thought
all
so,
week.
right? And so if all you want is softcore porn, watch Cinemax, and that's it.
And there's not even that much
Ellipses.
porn on Cinemax.
No,
anymore.
have you been on the internet? Who needs to go? I put down my credit card, DirecTV. I called them up. I said, "Let me get a month of Cinemax because I'm gonna check this out." Because I read this comment, it affected me. Because I thought, am I being too chauvinistic? Am I not respecting women? And here's the thing: I respect the hell out of women. Like my mother was a great woman. She raised me to respect women and love women, and I do. Now, anytime, and women, if you're listening to this with your boyfriend or a guy near you, look over at him. Now, guys, is it or is it not true that whenever you see a beautiful actress, the first time you see her in a movie or a TV show, the immediate first thing you think of is, I hope she does a nude scene sometime soon, right?
Absolutely.
And you're looking, he's shaking his head, right? He's like, yeah. When you saw Jennifer Lawrence, you were like, oh, I hope she gets naked sometime soon. And maybe not in the movies, and it's a different situation there.
Her
I'm just saying,
leaks,
manna from heaven. That's all that happens.
Yep.
So I respect women. I respect the female figure. Also, they're just boobs. Everybody's got them.
Right.
I've got them. I'm a bigger guy. Nothing I can do. I mean, I could lose weight, maybe liposuction or something. But everybody's got boobs. But I want to see Jesse's boobs sometime.
I want to thank Get Your Ass to Mars because I never realized why there wasn't full frontal nudity on AMC. I was always like, watching Mad Men, when am I going to see Don Draper's dong? But now it's all clear to me. It's basic cable.
That dude's packing too.
Who would have known?
That dude is packing. They say there's pictures of paparazzi try to get him all the time. John Hamm.
He's got
a big old ham.
People have seen it.
I don't know if they say that's what goes around in the
show, and
that's what goes around in the media. That's what everybody's saying. So, ladies, for you, go check out John. Just search John Hamm's penis. Just go ahead. If you're listening to this on the computer right now, just click on the tab. But get your ass to Mars. I want to apologize for, I guess, coming off offensive. I didn't mean it, but at the same time, I love boobs. And I wish that I saw Jesse's boobs. There's nothing I can do about it.
I like this. You're really opening up a dialogue.
Right, I'm trying. So I want you, because I think they've commented on something before, and there was a little bit of a
hostility
bitchy tone
there,
to it,
yeah.
And it's all about tone. That's why I'm trying, and I have the opportunity because I can, you're hearing my voice, so you can hear that I'm not being hostile. But if I offended you, hey, they're just boobs. Free the nips. Isn't that what all the feminists are doing right now?
Free the
nips, free the tatas, right?
So yeah.
So that's I just wanted to bring that up because that's the first kind of. I think that's as long as we've been doing this, that's the first kind of semi-negative thing that I've seen.
Yeah, we're getting reactions, though, guys.
Right.
Good or bad, we're getting people riled up. I like it.
And sex sells.
Yes, it does.
Let's stir it up, fellas.
So, but I said my piece. I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to say.
Get your ass to Mars. Are you a feminist female? Because if you are, then that. Because JP, I think, came up with wasn't it JP that said that he thought that it was a feminist? Because you said the men are from Mars, women are from Venus. No, he said
it all. This is all him. 100% his credit.
And so if you are, that's really cool.
Let us
JP
know.
was able to figure that out. So.
If you're not, if you're a dude, I'm trying. Where are you coming from, bro?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what
what's so special about Mars.
You've either been scarred
or
you're a sympathizer. I don't know which one it is.
Right. Huh. All right. So
Jesse,
female characters. Who are you most excited to get back to? Like which female situation on The Walking Dead right now? Because you really got like 3 perilous situations. You got Michonne in a crowd, Maggie up on a rickety scaffold surrounded by half the army of the dead, and then you've got Carol possibly with brain damage.
What was the first thing you said?
Don't forget about Rosita. Her man's off flirting with some young lady.
Yep.
Now, what was her situation?
The lesbian nurse is being held hostage by the wolf.
Yeah, I just feel like Matt's not as
excited. In spirit of Valentine's Day,
we try to stay away from that.
I try to be nice.
Oh.
So which female are you most, JP, we'll go left to right. JP, which female are you most excited to get back to? Like, which one are you most, like wrapped up in? You desperately want to know how it's going to...
Just with up on Maggie up on the scaffold, her name got out of my brain for a second there. But anyway, she's pregnant and she's up on that scaffold and Glenn's right there. He's finally seeing her.
She's surviving for 2 now.
Yeah.
I think I was telling someone, because, she cut her hair.
It's got me really worried.
In real life. And, that some folks were like speculating that might mean she died, whatever. But, in the comics, she cut her hair. Her and Glenn shaved his head and she cut her hair. But they did that way earlier on. But it was so zombies wouldn't have anything to grab. Wouldn't it be cool if her hair gets grabbed and it almost cost her her life, but say Michonne comes out of nowhere and gives her the most hardcore haircut of all time as they're pulling it. Michonne just comes out of nowhere and shing, cuts her hair, and then that's why her hair's cut. That would be cool. I don't think they'll do that, but how awesome would that be? It's like the most badass haircut you've ever received. Other than I saw a guy on Facebook that actually does cut hair with swords.
With a samurai sword?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, yes.
I'm good. I'm good.
Blow torches and all that. It's wild. Oh, yes. I'll show you guys when we get off.
If Michonne doesn't cut her hair, she cuts the hand of the zombie off, and Maggie looks behind her, and this zombie hand is clutched in her hair. That'd be pretty cool, too.
That would be
maybe
cool.
Not as cool, but pretty cool.
Hey, anytime Michonne swings a sword at something, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Which female are you most excited? Which one are you?
Man, all this talking about Michonne's really getting me excited, but I think I'm most excited about Sasha because
she's
with
in
her
Peril
and
too. I left
Abraham
her out.
and Daryl. Like she's right.
You've got the Savior's development with
right,
him.
and from what I've read, that's what they're starting off. It's going to start off right where that stinger ended, where the guy's like, everything you own is now Negan's, and it's going to pick up. Or wasn't there some kind of clip that came out a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Sasha was like running her mouth to because the guy was like, normally I'd start off by taking one of you out or something
I'm
like
hoping that's Dwight.
Well, Dwight's got it, which they'd better do the burned face, you know.
I think
it's like Dwight wouldn't be signature without his burnt face.
They've still got time to give him that.
But
But fellas, to stick with the romantic theme, do you think Abraham and Sasha make a good couple? Should Abraham leave Rosita for Sasha?
I don't think so because Rosita. Sasha's Sasha's too unstable for me.
Okay, so you're not in favor of it.
No, Sasha for me is just too unstable. I mean, she's lost everybody. She's kind of got normal again, but I feel like. They
kind of find like a version of Fred and Wilma Flintstone because she's really pretty and he's like this big caveman looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
like psycho Wilma.
But man, the most like disturbed chicks are always the best, at lovemaking. So I think Sasha would be a real.
They're also the best at murdering.
We saw him and Rosita making love, and I mean, she didn't look like she was too bad at it.
Well, yeah,
that's true.
She's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't mind Sasha. I don't know. I haven't been I just have never been that big of a fan of Sasha. She hasn't clicked for me.
Well, I think we talked about this last time because if I had to pick between her or Rosita, I'd pick Sasha.
Yeah, you'd pick Sasha.
So I think I just naturally come back to her.
I picked Rosita and JP picked Abraham.
Yeah, that's right. I think his mustache would tickle. I really do. You take your pleasure where
Who
you can
wants a
find
mustache
it.
ride?
Yeah.
Do you think so? If you had to make a female death prediction, because
who's your favorite? Did you say
I did, and I'm most anxious to get back to Michonne. Okay. Obviously, she's my favorite female on the show, and
she's not going anywhere.
Other than the Saviors, obviously that's a whole new story arc, but. Other than that, she's in probably the most interesting, like the cliffhanging part of that because she's in a place where shit's about to hit the fan, and I mean she's, I don't know. I'm gonna be sure. No one said Carol. None of us are that concerned about Carol.
Whatever.
I think she's going to die and Jesse's going to become like a younger, sexier Carol.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
I think she's going to kind of pick up that character line,
And just become ruthless.
JP, you have got some amazing ideas.
There's some good stuff that falls out
I don't think I praise you enough. I'm sorry.
No, not nearly enough.
No, I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hoping my storyline, which they won't do, but it would be so cool to drag the three of them, like get them to tell them where they are, where Alexandria is, drag them there, and have him do his thing, where he says, well, I'm going to have to kill one of your people because they killed some of my men back there, and have him going, so which one should it be? And obviously Rick's not going to pick, and have him doing his bat, going across each one, and something happens when it lands on Daryl. He goes, uh-oh, we got some history here, something like that, and then wham! Just starts and then beats Daryl's head inside, just like without warning. Don't build it up, no drama. Just have him, kind of signify, oh, is this your best friend here? A little bromance? Booga! I'll take his head and then just beat him to death right there. I mean, it would leave you breathless. You'd be like, oh my God.
You're absolutely right.
And how cool would that be?
And they said that they're really up in the ante.
It'd be so dramatic too. Like have that one look between him and Rick. Just like not right.
And that's a great way to start as your character. Like to start off, be like, "Holy, this is the guy that killed Daryl."
Oh, I mean, you've got to bring him in. You can't bring him in and be like, "This is the new baddie you have to fear," but then have him like, "Oh, he killed off Sasha." Oh no, like 10% of Walking Dead fans got upset. The rest didn't care. This is the guy that kills Daryl. You're like, welcome to the playground. Oh, my God.
Right?
That guy is going to steal your juice box.
And I'm really looking forward. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's going to be awesome as that character. I think it's going to really rejuvenate the show. I
hadn't seen really any of his work, so I'm interested to see.
Go watch some of his stuff.
I'm still disappointed Gareth Dillahunt didn't do it, or however you say his name.
I still get to that's right. I still get to watch some Raising Hope reruns. He's really funny.
He's the best part of that show. And he normally plays, that's like one of his first comedy roles he's ever done. And
I haven't seen anything. I need to check out some more stuff.
Deadwood. He's in Deadwood and plays two different characters in Deadwood.
Aren't they? They're coming back with a
I saw something about that
Deadwood reunion thing.
I saw something about that. That was a good show. I mean, it's slower, but it's a good show.
That's the one big HBO series I never got around to watching.
Yeah, it's good.
And millions of other people.
I wonder if it's on Amazon Prime, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Check it out.
I mean, I have to look into that.
Amazon Prime, where you can maybe find Deadwood.
So before we get back to The Walking Dead, I've got to say I have completely detoured in my show watching to watch a show that is not in my forte.
It's not Game of Thrones, and it's not The Walking Dead?
Okay, keep in mind, I'm a fan of Lost, Dexter, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, The Wire, 6 Feet Under.
You watch shows that you can sit down and actually binge watch if you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I love doing it that
that's a
way.
smart way.
That's
like the kid that waits 10 years to buy the gaming system and then has all the games.
Well, because all of my favorite shows, there are some episodes that don't really leave off all that. Oh my God, I can't wait till next week. So it's cool that you just could go ahead and watch the next episode.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is another one of my favorites. Sons of Anarchy, I love. Parenthood.
Really?
Yeah, it's got Nate
Craig
from
T.
6
Nelson,
Feet Under.
Right.
Dax Shepard, and all those.
Dude,
Lauren
it's
Graham.
a good show.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week. I don't know if it was on air or not.
No, my girlfriend had asked me to watch that. She's watched like Dexter for me and The Walking Dead and all these shows.
That's right, the main brother from 6 Feet Under.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate. And, he starts off the show in his running apparel from 6 Feet Under, and he goes running down the road, but he only gets a few feet and he's gassed because he's nothing like Nate. Like, he doesn't smoke pot, nothing.
Right.
He's like this 41-year-old suburban dad that's really cool, but that's a good show. So if you're looking for something kind of different, you want to get off the, like, somebody dies every episode, crazy, gritty apocalypse feel.
Ray Romano's on that, right?
Yes, he just came in to see.
he gets in a little bit later on. Yeah,
season 4, he's come in.
He got like one of the love
interests. It's a good show. There's a lot of like touching. It's just a good show. Like I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm really into The Flash. It sucks because it's on the CW.
My buddy's into that and Arrow.
Yeah.
So at Arrow, I'm not as much, but I've always loved the Flash. But it's just the dialogue's very teenagery and very angsty.
Right.
But then the action's so comic booky. I love it.
Yeah,
and it's really they're getting ready to cross it over. Like this is marketing. This is the opening for I think comic book stuff. Supergirl's on CBS, and they're having a one-way guest appearance from the guy who plays the Flash. Who will be on Supergirl because there's parallel universe stuff going on the Flash.
Right.
So he'll be on that, but she won't be on that. And then they're crossing all these like S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mixing.
The way they can bring characters
TV and
back.
movies are coming together,
I was gonna say with the upcoming DC movie verse, with the Justice League stuff on the verge of opening up. So are the CW characters coming into that at all?
They've cast different people for that. There was a big uproar because the guy Grant Gustin plays the Flash on TV. Ezra Miller will be playing it in the movie. He was in Perks of Being a Wallflower. We need to talk about Kevin. He's more of a dramatic actor, but he's been pretty good. I think that's the only person that's the TV show thing. But yeah, but they're doing with this whole separate universe, like 52 universe and all that. They're saying it could be a separate universe. But it's just a way for them to like maybe do a Walking Dead movie.
Yeah.
And have it carry over to the show,
I just would hope if they did it, they didn't make it all campy and cheesy. Like actually take the time to make it feel like a really long episode.
But
and we get to see boobs.
Yes.
Because it would be in the movies.
Because the X-Files did that way back when. One of their seasons ended with a cliffhanger. In the summer, you had the X-Files movie.
Is that how they... Because there's two separate movies.
Yeah, the
one of them
takes
takes place between seasons 4 and 5.
Right.
And the other one's like a continuation of the series.
Yeah, it was way after the series. It was about child molestation. I don't even know.
That's right, like a priest or something.
Yeah, I didn't keep up with it too much.
That would be cool to be able to see like Walking Dead unrated. I actually got to see this deleted scene where Rick actually said in season 5, the season 4 finale, where he's like, they're effing with the wrong people. Like, you actually got to see him.
They didn't show that on TV? I don't remember.
No, he said they're screwing with the wrong people. And I thought it was funny because when they asked the writers or whoever, I think it might have been Scott Gimple on the Talking Dead, they're like, why'd you? He was like, well, we had the F word, but we cut that out. And they're like, why'd you do that? He's like, families watch the show. Right? Okay, this is a show where zombies and humans get ripped into pieces, and you're worried about the F word.
Yeah. Right.
Your child's probably going to school looking at everyone thinking, man, I bet you could rip them in half easy. All this weird stuff, and they go to school and drop the F-bomb once. I mean, they'll get over it,
And you could bleep it. They bleeped it on Breaking Bad sometimes. Remember when Mike's dying down by the river? He's just like, Walt, shut the fuck up and let me die in peace. And they bleeped it, and it was fine. It was great.
That was one of my favorite scenes and my most hated character
so
deaths.
Yeah.
I loved Mike so much. And then but the way he went fit him so perfectly when he's like, Walt, just shut the up and let me die
just
alone.
Sitting there by the river.
Or die in peace or whatever.
That's how I want to go.
That was awesome. And telling someone to shut the fuck up as you do it, right?
Yeah, just bullet in my belly looking out at the water. Yep. Old as crap. Why not?
Old as crap, but still able to kick
ass. Been a fixer for the longest time. You better get started now.
All right.
I think he had a long, illustrious career.
Females in The Walking Dead, because we got about 5 more minutes.
Who else have we not said?
We've talked about Michonne. We've talked about Maggie. I'm excited to get back to Michonne. You're excited to get back to Sasha, and he is excited to get back to Maggie.
I'm curious about
I'm kind of agreeing with you on that, too, about Maggie. I
think Maggie's up in the air. I think there's I don't think she will, but
I need her and Glenn to embrace.
Yeah, literally.
She's up on a scaffold.
But I mean, there's still always a chance they might take her out. I mean, that would be a complete shock and surprise.
Yeah.
Have her go like Glenn, but it'd be obviously her. Like she falls slowly, from the scaffolding, and when she hits the ground, the same type of death Glenn had. But
jeez,
that she's
dying.
Wow.
And you guys, like a couple days later, they find Maggie's corpse, and as they're just standing there in awe, like she's dead, like her zombified baby claws its way out of her uterus, and they have to put it down.
That would be really
I like the clawing motions you would make with your hands too. That was cool.
I've had to claw my way out of a uterus.
Believable.
Sure. Yeah, a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about Carol? Do you guys think she's?
I could care
dead?
less. I don't care.
Have you
I don't think
tired
she's
of
dead.
Carol? Have you guys gotten tired?
She's
of
really
Carol?
irking me this past half season.
She's a real nag.
Acting like she's acting like a little Debbie Downer.
Yep.
I'm glad that we all agreed. I think most folks that we talked to agreed that they would follow Michonne over Carol.
Absolutely.
In the sense of Michonne's got it.
I feel like Michonne would be much more loyal to you also.
Oh yeah.
And she wouldn't go
like
behind your back.
Andrea,
If she had a problem, she would tell you to your face.
Like Andrea, she would have died for Andrea in a heartbeat. Like I feel like she would for Carl or for Rick. I really do hope that they bring her. And if Daryl's not going to die, which they need to let us help write this show, I'm telling you.
We keep saying it, and it doesn't happen yet.
Or at least give us a spin-off. Just throw us a few of the B characters.
I mean, let us take Fear the Walking Dead.
Don't say that, because then they'll give us the lesbian nurse and Enid and
Ron.
Ron.
And tell us to go make a show.
Ron and Sam, and then Sam.
They get separated from everyone, and we have to write a show with just them.
Where the lesbian nurse has to watch after these 3 preteen kids.
That sounds like a sitcom,
like a
almost.
Disney show.
Where will they go next? And it's like,
what's gonna happen next week? Kids, don't play with that zombie. Oh, but we were just playing. The audience claps.
Womp.
Oh, guys, I think we just wrote another TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh, that's good.
I do want to see that show, You, Me, and the Apocalypse, with Pam from The Office.
I've never heard of that.
It looks
Jenna
really
Fisher?
cool.
I like that.
I
like her too.
She's a good actress.
She was on 6 Feet Under. Sure was. Yeah.
Really?
Sure was.
Yeah.
Who was she on 6 Feet
She was dating the little Mexican Undertaker guy that worked with him
That's
for
right.
like 1 or 2 episodes, and
That's
she
right.
totally dumped him.
That's right.
Yep.
Huh. There's a lot of people you see come and go off that show that you forget.
If you get a little part, like a little bit part on HBO, you're almost guaranteed.
That's how you know you're doing pretty good.
Yep. Like U-Turn, he was on an episode of 6 Feet Under from Weeds.
Well, ladies, you have female characters that represent you. Any female listeners we have, comment below which character is your spirit animal. Like which one of the Walking Dead female characters you feel like represents you best.
Or
who do you identify with the most.
Or who you would like to see couple up.
Yeah, right.
That's true too. Or just we've been talking about the women that we find great. Let us know about the men that you find great.
Yeah, we don't mind. It works both ways, ladies. I mean, if you want us to speculate on the guys you think are hot, whatever.
Get your ass to Mars. Answer these important questions. Are you a man or a woman? And why is there a stick up your butt?
And do you need some help?
If it's up there, is it comfortably up there? Is it in there by choice?
What's going on? I need some answers so I can know, so we can take the next steps to progress our relationship.
To make you to help you to enjoy this podcast more, because that really seemed to bother you. If you don't get the humor in this podcast, it was obviously a joke.
I don't like to hurt people. I don't like to offend people. I speak my mind sometimes, and I speak the truth. But it seemed I struck a nerve, and I wanted to address that because I'm an equal opportunity employer.
They just struck another chord.
Yeah. Oh, was that a guitar joke or something?
It was.
Because you were really strumming over there.
Yeah, you went from one chord to the next.
All right.
You went for all my guitar players. I imagine Get Your Ass to Mars was like a solemn C, which is a sad chord. Now you could go to like an E. God, I hadn't played in so long. You could go to like an E minor, perhaps, or
is that
E.
a C? Ooh, ooh,
I think it's
there. It is. That's
somewhere in there. Yeah. You could go to an E and make it a little, sad, or you could go to a D and maybe brighten it up. Might be getting my chords mixed up. I'm one of those. I've been playing guitar my whole life, but I have to actually have the guitar in my hand to do it. Like I didn't take lessons. I
remembered by the string order as Easter bunnies get drunk at Easter. So it's like
man, that was so much better than mine. I just remembered it as ass backwards. It's like because when you play too, they tell you the top string. They'll be like, hit the top string on the 6th fret, so you're like, dong. They're like, no, the top string is the top.
You mean the bottom one? You mean the one that's beneath me?
They're like, no, the low's the bottom. So anyways, guitar talk. But so Walking Dead, we are excited. Females.
Oh, guys, we're so close. We're less than a week away.
I know. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time. Like I want to see it, but in a way I kind of don't.
You're gonna lose some friends.
Like man.
Oh no.
They better start it off. That's like my one thing. Whether they kill Daryl or not.
I would love for
whether
look
Abraham
down.
stays with Sasha. It's all. But they better at least start this thing off with like straight up like action. Not necessarily like mindless action, but
something
like,
to shock it
something's
all.
happening. Not who was it? One of you said they don't want a flashback. They just wanted to go straight in to the action.
Right. Yeah, they're going to start straight off right where we left
straight in
off.
the thick of it. Don't give us some ants, which was a cool representation, but this time we just want to go straight into what's happening.
And as anticlimactic as that mid-season finale was, we really need a big payoff.
I
think we're due.
Make us say they made up for it with the mid-season premiere.
I want Jesse to look down all of a sudden and see that Ron's hand is just connected to her hand. That's it. There's there's half an arm.
We've got to write this show. We've got to write this show.
We also got to work on that the show with the lesbian nurse and the 3 kids.
Yeah.
What do you do when one unsuspecting nanny has to babysit 3 kids during the apocalypse?
Get your finger out of that zombie's eye socket.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh, it's
You're not my mom.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Lord have mercy.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Next week, we're excited.
It goes by so quick.
Because our viewership will go back up. Because
I certainly hope.
Oh, but that's so awesome that as long as it's been a break, like what's almost 2 months now.
Oh, yeah.
We've been at a break, and we've still had these people that have constantly been
those of you
commenting and coming
that stay
to
with us,
it's
y'all
so
are
great.
like as cliche
really cool,
and corny
guys.
as it sounds. Y'all are the reason we keep doing these because we'd love to take a couple of weeks breaks, but we always get messages from you guys that are like, "When are you coming back? Please don't stop. Keep it going." So even if it's just 5 of you, as long as we still get that kind of support,
Agreed.
we'll keep making these because that's what it's about.
And the knife is on the way to San Bernardino, isn't it, Christian?
That was shipped out last week, and I said the arrival date should be no later than this Thursday. So
also, hopefully, by the time
the next
week
podcast
the
rolls
show
around,
starts, you can be watching the series premiere,
holding your
season
knife.
premiere with your knife in hand.
You know what? When you get that Senverbia pictures, post a picture on our Facebook or something, or at least send us a picture like with you in the gear. Because there's some cool stuff in there. I mean, it's definitely a cool little pack. Of stuff.
It definitely gets you ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think we put Daryl's letter in there too. We had a letter from Daryl. We better frame that, dude. I was talking to you, JP, about that earlier. Frames are expensive.
Oh gosh, you ain't kidding.
I'm at that age now where I think more about the frame, how much the frame costs, rather than like what's inside the frame.
Yeah.
I don't like being an adult.
No, being an adult's
every time you try to get us to go, I'm just.
Oh no, I'm not in no rush. No.
Let's talk about frames for a little bit, guys.
Welcome to adulthood for all of our teenaged and younger.
Yeah, guys. And if it sucks, then you're doing it right because being an adult sucks. So.
And a piece of art on your wall, just with poster putty or something. You're not going to get.
You got that Mod Podge, bro. Let me know how it goes.
Oh man,
looks really exciting.
Yeah.
What have we become?
What have we
get
become?
excited about Mod Podge.
Yep.
Well, tune in for us next week as The Walking Dead returns, and I'm sure we're going to have just so much to talk about, guys. I'm going to be taking notes.
Yeah, better do that.
Because it's going to be a lot. We've just been commenting. All of these guys have just been very freestylish. We've just been chatting as you would with a buddy,
shooting from the hip.
Yeah, whereas, so thanks for sticking with us, and we hope to see you and lots more viewers as we bring the show back next Tuesday. Excuse me. I'm Justin.
I'm Matt.
And I'm JP.
And we'll see you next time.
So excited.
Yeah.